I don't know if I watch too many crime shows or if I'm just paranoid, so I've come here to ask. Last week I made chicken gnocchi soup. When it was almost done, I started helping my daughter with a school project. She got us both a bowl, and a few seconds later my BF runs into the room with a bowl and tells me to eat the bowl he has. I told him it was all the same, and he insisted that he wanted mine because it had more chicken. Thinking back now, I don't know how he would know that, considering my daughter dished it out. My daughter took the bowl he gave me and said she would eat it. He yanked it out of hand and said, "No, it's for Mom." I took the bowl and he went to the living room. I continued doing my daughter's project and told her not to eat the soup. 20-ish minutes later, I walked into the kitchen to pour the soups out and he was still eating his. He asked why we didn't eat any, and I said the cat got into it while we were waiting for it to cool down. He screamed, "What? Was it your bowl? Cats can't eat that." I told him it was only a lick, but he has been stressed out watching the cat like a hawk, obsessive even. His reaction was very weird. These accidents all happened before the soup incident over the span of 6 months. It wasn't one after another in a short period of time. Since then my emergency money has gone missing. I keep money hidden just in case. I lost my older sister because she wasn't able to escape a dangerous situation, and I literally swore on her grave I would never be in that position. After the soup incident, I went to get my money and it was gone. It was hidden, and I changed the location every few months. I asked my daughter if maybe she found it, and that if she took it I wouldn't be mad because I knew she couldn't have spent it. She said no. A few hours later she tells me she forgot, but the other day her and my BF got pulled over and she saw my pink wallet in his glove box. I did not tell her which wallet it was in or that it was in a wallet. I decided to ask him if he found it by accident. He asked me why I was hiding a large amount of money, "You know you could never leave me," and laughed. He has never said anything like that before. I told him it was for my daughter's Christmas. He said no, he didn't find the money but could use his credit card for gifts. I didn't tell him about my daughter seeing my wallet in his car. Now here are a few other things that have happened in the past few months that seemed random at the time, but now they don't. I have a severe allergy to latex. One day we were about to have sex and I glanced at the mirror we have by our bed and saw the condom wrapper was a different color. I stopped him because it wasn't latex free, and he said it was a mistake and just an older one he had. We have been dating for over 2 years and he knows how serious my allergy is. My EpiPen that I keep in my room is missing and I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it was missing until I was searching for my money. Another odd thing is one day he was following me down the stairs while I was carrying laundry and he kicked the back of my leg and I fell. He said he slipped, but the stairs are wood and he was wearing his steel toe boots. At the time I thought it was an accident. Am I overthinking this? My anxiety has been at an all-time high. Do I watch too much true crime? Here is why I think I might be the asshole. We have a good relationship. He loves my daughter like she is his. We split all shared bills and we both pull our own weight around the apartment. We don't fight. He has never so much as raised his voice at me. We are paycheck to paycheck, but bills are paid. I thought about going to my mom's house for a few days and asking him when I get there when I'm safe about the money, but I don't have money to do that now. She is on a fixed income and can't help. I feel stupid for being scared. Last night I decided to check his car for my wallet and he caught me. I asked him for my money back and he tried playing dumb. I told him my daughter saw it there. He told me she was lying. I told him I never told her about the money or what wallet. He said he was a grown man and kids lie all the time. I asked him once more for my money and he said, "I'm not giving you money to leave me." I waited until he was in the shower to grab my cat and my daughter and we left. I can't take my cat with us to a shelter and the DV shelters are full. I was able to get us a night at a cheap motel. This exact situation is why I had money saved. I did everything right and now I'm screwed. I feel like I just blew up my entire life. Yes, I'm using a burner account and reading all the comments that I can. J. Populison commented, "I tried to report $3,000 cash and my iPhone missing the day I was arrested because my ex picked a fight with me and flipped a dresser over and threw my motorcycles and toolbox across the garage. The police wouldn't file a report because it's considered mutual property because it was the house we owned together. So there goes my emergency leaving fund, and she claims the police must have taken it. Just a Vice 007 responded. My parents took out one on me and I had no idea. They passed away a few years back, and the only way I found out was the premiums were being direct drafted from their joint account. Took a while, but I got it transferred to my name and now I pay it. But I had no idea they set it up. The benefactor of the policy was my ex-wife and kids. Even after divorce, it was still in place for her and the kids. I literally did not sign anything or have knowledge. My parents just wanted to make sure they had something to fall back on if something happened to me and loss of my income. So it is entirely possible for a policy to be on you that you are not aware of. Joseph_Wolfstar commented. Beyoncé was a young adult black Shih Tzu who I fostered for a couple weeks while she was recovering from kennel cough. She was an absolute snuggly sweetheart, though when I'd first tried teaching her basic commands like sit and down, she'd get very shut down and avoidant, and just want to be snuggled instead of doing training, even after I found treats she liked. Finally, she had a breakthrough when I realized that she's hand shy, meaning she gets nervous about having a hand in her face. So if you're trying to train her by getting her to sniff the treat in your hand till she backs into a sit, she gets scared and shut down. Can happen for instance with a dog who's had bad experiences with humans. So when I figured that out, I shifted to capture training, waiting for a behavior to occur naturally, sit her down, then give a name and signal for the associated behavior and praise and treat. Oh my gosh, she learned so well after that. Within 2 weeks of having her, she could hold a sit-stay for over 2 minutes, outside, with me standing at the end of a 6-foot leash, while some kids were playing on a balcony behind me. And she got all her basic commands like come, stay and leave it so well. I really wanted to foster Fail, but she had some separation anxiety issues I couldn't accommodate on a long-term basis. I brought her back to the shelter and wrote the staff a nice summary of what I learned about training her so she'd have a good experience with her forever family. She was adopted the very next day the shelter was open for adoptions. Need to get back to work. Comment if anyone wants to hear about my other boy Hoot. Special_Lychee_6847 commented. NTA the fact alone that he says things like I'm not giving you money till you can leave me, and, you'll never be able to leave me, is enough to not feel safe with him. Not feeling safe is like the biggest reason to leave someone. The latex incident is just another flag. The soup incident would be grounds for a heated discussion that I wouldn't let up until you get to the bottom of it. Leave, don't look back. If you do still have the card, and he opted buying presents, buy a present, return it for cash? But I would just be done with him, and not give him any possible reason to come after you and your daughter. Find a shelter. Stay with your mom, and be independent ASAP. She doesn't have to pay for anything, but just give you a safe place to sleep. Maybe she knows someone else where you can crash until you get your plan together? If you have a job, please do your best to keep it. Find something more suitable in the long run, if possible. How much money did he steal from you? A very tired witch responded. NTA. You were smart to trust your gut and run. Safe men are not concerned whether you have money to leave them. This almost sounds like he has a special interest in your daughter and is playing the part of the perfect boyfriend so that you do not start expressing your concerns, misgivings about him to your mom, family who could block his adoption process of your daughter after your accidental passing. He is actively and flippantly risking your life, often in the most sneaky, backhanded ways, hiding the EpiPen and emergency fund, hoping you wouldn't notice until it was too late, and showing a considerable lack of concern for your own well-being. If my boyfriend had kicked me down the stairs, he would have either scrambled to catch me or flown down those damn stairs to make sure I was okay. Please take the time tonight to write out in bullet points every questionable event, close call you can remember, including the ones listed above, with approximate dates so you have a retrospect timeline to share with any counselors, therapists, other professionals who may be helping you navigate the aftermath of this can see for yourself the list of reasons why you'll never go back and stop questioning your decision. Stay safe mama, you did the right thing and your sister would be proud of you.